Hello, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Indoor Cycling. My name is Denise Druce. I am your coach today, and I'm super excited to ride with you as always. Today, we are going to ride on purpose and with purpose. So we're just starting out easy like we always do. I'd like you to find about 62 RPMs. Loosen up your legs, loosen up your shoulders, loosen up your face, and loosen up your mind. Let's do this together, okay? This is going to be a complete FTP ride, which means I'm gonna stay in the FTP mode on my Z-Bike. Don't worry, if you don't have that technology, I'm gonna just be right here with you. We'll go by how you feel, perceived exertion. So right now, easy. I want you to give me enough resistance that if you do know your functional threshold power, you're at about half of that right now. So FTP, that's a good idea of you working your hardest for 20 minutes. So if you have wattage, you can measure wattage on your bike. You're gonna go as hard as you can for 20 minutes. And that average number is your functional threshold power. If you don't know what that is, this bike would default to 150. So you could use that as your number if you like. And we'll be using that number to help us gauge our intensity. All right, so easy. We're not going to be up to that threshold just yet. So I want you to stay below it. Hips on the back of the saddle. We'll do a progressive build from easy up to anaerobic during this ride. So what we'll do is our warm-up is easy. Then we have 3 stages, and each stage is about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna ask you to be holding moderate for 15 minutes. And that gets us kind of close. That gets us closer to the threshold. Hard is where we're gonna try to hold that threshold, hold that FTP number for about 15 minutes. So it might feel like another little test for you. And stage 3, we take the lid off and we go above. We'll do breathless intervals, 2 pyramids. I know I probably lost you there. So basically it goes like this. We'll finish this warm up, 3 stages. Each stage is 15 minutes. They get progressively harder. Got it? So 50 or so minutes from now, we'll be drying the sweat off our bodies and going to get something to eat. All right, so as we finish this warm up, notice that maybe you're starting to use your mouth for breath because your nose doesn't do the job anymore. You might breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. We'll see. All right, so if you do have this technology, I want you to move up to over 55, 60%. And we're gonna start to see on our console color. So we're in stage 1 right now. We're here for about 15 minutes. In stage 1, we're looking for moderate intensity. So moderate intensity, we'll do a little bit of standing, a little bit of sitting. And as you add resistance to the wheel, we're gonna be looking for yellow, all right? Yellow zone. And that just means we're getting closer We're getting closer to that number, that FTP. Stand with me. Now, I don't want you to worry about technicalities if you don't have numbers. What I want you to focus on is how you feel. So for this stage, I want you to be comfortably uncomfortable, which means you can breathe. You could talk if I was right next to you, or someone was. You're not feeling excessive burn in your legs. It's work, but it's not hard work. It's kind of fun work. Drop your hips to the saddle and give me some good, strong circles. Good, strong circles. You're light in the saddle, but you're not light in your pedals. You're pushing those pedals with some force. At Schwinn, we use the term push point, which indicates power. So at the front of your pedal stroke, I want you to feel push. I want you to feel power. At the front, not the bottom. Can you find that for me? Notice when your upper body starts to tense up and see if you can back out of that a little bit. You got it. Stand with me. So still comfortably uncomfortable. You might consider this ride kind of like an hour of progressive climbing, because it's just going to keep getting harder. 15-minute increments. As you stand, your hands reach forward, your hips barely touch the saddle. Knees are loose, elbows are loose. Let your muscles do the work. So you should be getting up to 85, 90% of your FTP. Have a seat. Which means it feels like work, just not hard work. Got it? Kind of feels like life is good and I don't know what, and life is good and I'm working. How about that? All right. We got through our first of 3 songs in stage 1. We're gonna hold the line. This should feel like endurance training. If you've ever done an endurance ride, it's kind of monotonous, right? It's steady. You're there. You're not being entertained a lot. That's what this first stage should feel like. Let's try and keep our resistance, but increase our cadence up to 75. If that pushes you into hard work, if that pushes you above FTP, drop a little resistance. Priority number 1, 75 RPMs. Priority number 2, you're in the yellow zone. You're about 90% of your FTP. You might be pretty close to it. steady 75. So everything that we've just established is for the sake of writing on purpose. Being intentional about your writing. You're not just on a bike that's going nowhere. You are here with purpose, on purpose, for purpose. How about that? With purpose, on purpose, for purpose. So that means really precise alignment, very intentional pedal strokes, listening to the signals of your body and watching the numbers if you have them. So we stay in moderate zone as a build. Our goal is to stay the whole hour and have the energy to be able to give those last two pyramids our all. That's why we're holding back here a little bit. That and because I've asked you to. So when you think of writing with purpose, what do you think of? What purpose did you come here with? Why did you choose this form of exercise? Why now? Writing with purpose. Came to this with a purpose in mind. If you have color, stay in the yellow. Stay yellow. Stay moderate. If you don't have color, stay with that feel. Comfortably uncomfortable. Purposeful movement. Intentional riding. It's not a beach cruiser. It's an exercise bike now. You can breathe. It's not hard at all to breathe, and you could talk. "75 RPMs for a few more seconds, then we'll slow it back down." All right, there we go. I want you to slow to 65, add a little, scoot back, push forward. If that number dropped or it got easier for you, turn it up for me. You've got good resistance. Stand up. We have one more song in the yellow zone. From here on out, we've got hard work or harder. So breathe. You might just pretend that was a 20-minute warm-up. Whatever it takes, babe. Stay in that yellow zone for me. Just tuck yourself right into that pocket of moderate. If you do have measurement, I'm gonna make you a promise. Your numbers, your totals are gonna be higher after this ride. We're going for it. Riding with purpose. What things happen to make you notice when you're not being purposeful? Does your form get a little lazy? Do your thoughts wander? Do you breathe differently? Notice when you're a little off topic, off purpose, and bring it back. Remember the little kind of movement, sway we've got when we're standing. Especially when we're standing moderate versus hard. I'm just gonna tell you, this right here, this is my jam, this is my sweet spot. I feel like I could do this right here for days. Breathing feels good. Body feels good. Beautiful day to ride with purpose. What brought you here? What was your purpose for showing up? Have a seat. Stay yellow. We got a couple more minutes before we shift to the work. You can breathe. Comfortable, but not for long. Our next stage, we are boarding the struggle bus. I can promise you that. I think our second stages are hardest because it's steady hard, there's no let up. The third stage, we'll work super hard, but we'll also have recovery. Switch your lead leg. Work with the less dominant side. Stay yellow, stay moderate. Lift your navel up into your rib cage. Just pull, zip up. Let that lift you. Let it lift you. Now, we haven't let resistance up the whole time for a reason, on purpose, right? So we're gonna keep doing that. You need to grab water whenever you need to grab water, which is hopefully frequently. Here we go. We are entering stage 2. Now, I'm going to invite you to come on up to 85 RPMs, which means drop a little, but don't drop it all. All right, my friends, the goal for this stage is to ride at or slightly above your FTP. We're at 85 RPMs, so this should start to feel like a challenge. You should start to wonder, what have I gotten myself into now? And the answer, indoor cycling with Coach Denise. That's what we're into. We are riding now on purpose. We came with purpose, put it on the bike right now. On purpose. Orange zone, which is hard intensity. If you know what your FTP is, I want you to push that number right now. and stay there as much as possible. That should keep you in the orange zone. Breath becomes more important. So really pull it in, push it out. Functional, threshold, power. The name says it all. What is the threshold of power where I can continue to be functional? My very best, sustained. And the test for that is usually 20 minutes. So you can do that anytime and get a feel for your FTP. The rest of this stage is slow, so enjoy this little fast push. How's your breath? You're still in control, but this should feel different than stage one. Now you're intentional about the effort. It feels a little aggressive, like you're getting after it now. This is where we get our gains. Over time, we're trying to raise that FTP level. Over time, we're trying to teach our body to do more work. And we get more comfortable with it. That is a lie. That's a lie. But I guess we do become more comfortable being super uncomfortable. We become less afraid, more intentional. Woo! Feeling the orange. Feeling the orange. P.S. I just want you to know I don't have my lights on the front of the bike accurately calibrated. So I didn't want to screw you up. So I'm watching the colors on my screen, even though you can't see them on the bike. Sorry, no light show today. Woo! We slow her down. We take it to 60 RPMs, but we hold hard intensity. So we come back in the saddle and we push forward on purpose. It's like you're trying to push that pedal straight in front of you before it drops down. Are you still in the orange zone? It probably requires quite a bit of resistance for you to stay there. You got to get that force. Deep breaths, hydration. Take a deep breath in, exhale loud, ha. Now, if you'll give me a little more resistance, I'll let you stand up. Ready, set, go. Your body weight might help you hit that orange. Find your core. Low belly in, navel hugs up into the rib cage. Woo! Feel your hips touching the very front of the saddle. Abs engaged. Now move back about an inch, just an inch. How about 2 inches? So you're right over the middle of your saddle and you are strong. It's hard effort, yes? Okay. Drop your hips. Find the back of the saddle, 60 RPMs. Hard effort. Keep breathing. In this zone, your legs are saying, hello, come on, aren't they? Your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes, they're working and they're happy. Riding on purpose, intentional with positioning, intentional with pedal strokes, intentional with breath, intentional, keeping our thoughts here, focused on what's happening now. Riding on purpose. Have a seat. So I probably don't need to tell you, because you're not guilty of this, but in my 40 years of working in this industry, I know that this is something a lot of people do not do. They don't work out on purpose. They work out always with some end goal in mind and a lot of distractions. TVs, magazines, scrolling, texting, chatting. And so the body's moving, but it's not intentional. Stand up. You're kind of like a student in the classroom. Yeah, you're there, but you're not paying attention. And so you're not learning. You're not getting the lesson. When we bring all of our senses and our intention into this activity, then we get the best benefit. Have a seat. And I can hear it right now. I can hear but it's boring. Raise your hand if you said that. It's so boring. I have to distract myself. Don't make me remind you what I tell my boys. If you're bored, that means you're boring. True story. One more song, stage 2. Steady, hard, orange. We'll stay in the saddle this whole time, and I want you to push forward aggressively, powerfully. So each pedal stroke feels like a It's still smooth, but really like force that pedal forward. Like you're trying to make your bike move forward. There we go. We got this. So if you're bored, you're boring. If you're bored, you just haven't taught yourself intrinsic motivation. You've been relying on external, like mom to entertain you, or maybe your cycle instructor, or Netflix, or Facebook. If you can learn intrinsic motivation, in inner awareness, riding on purpose, you will master whatever it is that you set out to master. Practice now. Ride on purpose. Don't be bored. And certainly don't be boring. There's enough here to capture your attention. Let's see if we can find something to pay attention to. Are you ready? Can you feel the ball of your foot, both feet, connected to the pedal? So if you've got clip-ins, feel the clip. If you don't, push with the ball of your foot as if you were clipped in. Close your eyes and just feel that, the ball of your foot on the pedal, pushing forward. Feel the pedal slightly angling down as you come across the top and move it forward. Push, push, push. Cycling is a push activity, not a pull activity. Just focus on that push. Forward, then down. Either by feel or by number, you are at or slightly above your FTP. Stay engaged, stay focused, train on purpose. You got this. We've got a couple more minutes to finish stage 2. How purposeful can you be right now as you finish this? Long, steady, hard hill. Wiggle your toes in your shoes. Wiggle them. Scrunch them up and spread them out. Touch the top of your shoe with your toenails. Come on up. Let's finish out of the saddle. My friends, up ahead in about a minute, stage 3. Are you ready to go into that red zone? Breathless intervals. It'll be like Christmas. We'll go red to green. 2 pyramids. 2 pyramids. It's a 15-minute stage, so 2 7-minute pyramids. All right, 7.5-ish. You have 7 opportunities to go breathless. So go ahead and turn up the resistance and go as hard as you can for 15 seconds. Go red for me. Just 15 seconds. Back it off for 15 seconds. You can choose your cadence. You can sit up. You got 15 seconds off. Next, we'll go 30. It's a pyramid. Ready, set, 30 seconds. Let's go. You're going red. Anaerobic, breathless, as much as possible, as hard as you can work for 30 seconds. Three, 2, take 30 seconds off. These breaks, the time to drink sips of water. Up next, 45 seconds, on and off. 45 on, 45 off. We're going to the red zone. This is breathless. It's harder than hard. Don't need to tell you, right? Woo! Watch your numbers. They should be climbing. Ready, go. 45 seconds. Folks, ride for a purpose. You came here with a purpose. You're riding on purpose, but right now I want you to look ahead and ride for some powerful force in your life, some wish, some dream, some goal, some person. Ride for a purpose. 3, 2, 1, ease it off. Good news is now we get 45 seconds. Woo! The longest interval of the pyramid is next. It's 60 seconds. 60 on, 60 off. And then we go back down. Woo! How you feeling? My goodness. That's fun work, isn't it? If it's fun work, you're not working hard enough though, so let's call it something else. It's hard, yeah? Get ready. Give me all of it for 1 minute. Bring your hands in tight. Resistance on. Let's go. A life of purpose is made up of moments of purpose. This is one. This is one moment where you can live for your life's purpose. What did you come here to do? Here, in the biggest sense, ride for that. Ride for them. Come on, 15 seconds. You're in the red zone. Woo! 3, 2, 1, ease off. Take a whole minute off. Woo! Yeah. Slow it down. If possible, try to keep it green. Don't just completely stop. Stay at that about half of your FTP. Breathe. That 60-second earned us a minute off. Equal pay. So up next, 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds off. It's gonna feel easy after a minute. No, it's not. I'm kidding myself, aren't I? Get ready. Dial your resistance on. 3, 2, 1, go. 45, baby. For a purpose. Because you want to be around longer for them to make a difference in the world. Complete that project, to see that place. Ride for your purpose. Three, 2, 1, off. Woo! Oh my goodness, that was fun. Okay. 45 off, we're gonna go 30-30 next. That's where it does start to feel easier. You have numbers. How are they looking? What's up? Are you staying in the green, meaning easy? About half of your FTP. 30 seconds, red zone. Let's go, come on, right now. Give me red zone for 30. Try to get up there and stay there. Woo. Oh yeah. and bring it down. All right, let's take it to 15. Fifteen on, 15 off. We'll do that twice as we start over. Pyramid number 2, same thing. Ready, go. 15. Come on, get up in that red zone. It's short, this should be your best. 3, 2, 1. Take something off. Woo. All right, friends. We did that. We're gonna do it again. 15 seconds on, 15 off. We'll go one more time through those 7 intervals. Ready, go. Red zone again. I know, that wasn't long, was it? Get up in the red. I'm mostly saying that for myself. Work as hard as you can and take 15 off. Folks, less than 7 minutes left in this ride. We so have this. 30 seconds, go. Red, red, maximum. Top of that FTP zone, come on. Four, 3, 2, 1. Come off for 30 seconds. Woo. Sweaty. Catch your breath. We're in our second pyramid. I know this is not fun by design. We're going 45 seconds next. And truly by this time, you should not be able to be true anaerobic. You should be able to just work your hardest. Whatever that is, ready, go. Sometimes the numbers get in our way, so close your eyes and go by feel. Can you work harder? Can you trust your body to recover when you've worked your hardest? You've done it a million times, you can do it again. Hang on, 15 to go. It's a home stretch, my friend, stage 3. Woo. Done. Lighten up, flush them out. Deep breaths. You've got this. Hands relaxed. Elbows soft, shoulders dropped. Whew. All right, here it comes. Our last 1 minute interval. I'm gonna take a few seconds and just stand, kind of stretch out, shake it out. Four intervals left, this is the long one. Ready? Have a seat, dial up, turn it on. All I want you to do is stay as close to your red zone as you can. Push the envelope, ride for purpose. Give yourself the gift of surprising yourself, doing something you didn't plan on doing today for you. Come on. It's all you. It's all you. Pay attention. Ride for purpose. For strength. For determination. For self-confidence. For inner power and strength. 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Oh. I am dying. I'm not dying. I'm living, but that's hard. Gotta be intentional with our words too, right? I am living. I am breathing. I'm thriving. Intentionality. 3 intervals left. 45, 30, and 15, and we are finished. All right, folks, here we come. Minute recovery done. We're going 45 seconds on. Turn it up. Let's go. Get into that red zone. Got something to prove, and you don't have much time left. Put those numbers on the board. Come on, prove something to yourself. Folks, 10 seconds, don't let up. Stay strong, stay focused, stay with purpose. Woo. 3, 2, 1. I am working with you today. I am not faking it, folks. Woo. Okay, the easy stuff ahead. A 30 and a 15. When you have recovered a little bit, walk it out. Get ready. 15-second push, or sorry, 30-second push, just kidding. Turn it up. Let's go. Four, 3, 2, 1. Take 30 seconds off. All right, my friends, if you want to play along, take a look at your maximum for this ride. And if you'd like, in this final 15 seconds, stand up out of the saddle and beat that number. Gear on, ready, go. Don't be fooled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, take resistance off, slow your legs. I think it would be wise for us to taper off. Taper down. Let heart rate slow. Watch the numbers come down. If you have a console in front of you, you can press average and maximum. You can see your total distance and your total time. You can see how many calories you burned in this ride. And if you have a Z-bike, you can see some trophies. So keep track of your trophies, and over time, you have to push a little harder to get to those numbers, but they're motivating. Breathe deeply for me here. Point your toes down, feel a nice stretch in the front of your ankle. Your shins. Slow and easy. Flat foot. Stand on your pedals, drop your heels, feel your calves and your hips shift back to stretch your hamstrings. You came here today with a purpose in mind, and you rode on purpose for a purpose. Switch legs, calves first, hips back to find hamstrings. So my sincere hope is when we step off these bikes, we are all a little more inspired to live into that purpose. We all have a purpose, a reason that we're here, a calling, something that only our voice can speak, sing. Go ahead and step off of your bike. Bring your hands to your glutes, press down and open your chest forward. Just lift and stretch your shoulders, your chest, lean back into your hands. Let your hips sink forward, those hip flexors get hammered when we ride a lot. Back to neutral, pop one hip out to the side, reach up and over. Turn that foot out, roll into the outside of that foot to bring the stretch down around your outer leg. And switch, push the hip to the side, roll the foot, reach the arm. Take deep, deep, slow breaths. Return your hand down, reach behind you, grab your hands. Let me turn this a little bit so my screen doesn't go off. From here, hinge from your hips. You can stop halfway, or if it feels okay to you, drop your head down, lift your knuckles high. Just be careful if your heart rate's still high. Softly bend, come up, stretch left and right. One more time, just put that space back in your body. Turn up the corners of your mouth and release your hands down, just let them swing. You did a fantastic job today simply by showing up with purpose. So I hope that every time you ride, you're able to ride on that purpose, like really intentional, so that whatever is next for you, you step into that purposely as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and cycling shoes for joining me today. I'll see you next time.